All right, and I am walking alongside the players to head into tribal council. This is a new experience for me. I know. We're mixing it up here today. We have Nina. No, that's not going to work. I'll just say everyone's name once they sit down. How about that? Okay, sorry, y'all. All right, and here at Tribal Council in the final 9, we have Nina, Ned, Alicia, Kendall, Albie, Taylor, Alan, and Haley have filed into Tribal Council. And here's, all right.
And Bobby voted out at our last Tribal Council.
Can't today, I'm swamped.
All right. Still whispering even as we get into Tribal Council yet again. Jazzy, can you speak to, as the numbers are dwindling, do you feel like the conversations are getting even harder in terms of trying to pick a person to go out?
Yeah. Last round felt ridiculously hard and it changed every single second. And this round is exactly the same way, if not worse. And I don't have an immunity necklace this time, so it feels very vulnerable. And yeah, I'm not these whispers, so I'm sitting here. And I'd love for you to ask someone else over there a question so they can stop whispering.
Taylor, I'll cut off the whispering then. Do you feel like there are, any considerations to who deserves to be here as you're kind of talking about voting people out?
We all deserve to be here. Like, we have done a lot in this game. I think really now it's coming down to lines are being drawn in the sand. People are trying to figure out what is best for their game. Who right now do they feel comfortable with? Who do they trust? So it's not a matter of who deserves to be here because we all do. It's really just coming down to now it's the end game and what is, your end game.
Interesting. Alicia, would you agree with that statement? That, I mean, from my perspective, it seems like there's been a lot of fluidity in this game, but Taylor just mentioned that it's time to maybe start drawing some lines in the sand. Do you think this is a vote where a hard line is going to be drawn between a couple groups?
Yeah, I kind of think so. It's hard because with numbers getting down, it's like you have to walk the talk. You can't just talk like you're working with everybody because you're not. And the votes are going to show that. And as things get closer and closer, like you can't pawn off. This is made. You take accountability and own up to what names you're writing down. And it says something about where you stand.
Yeah. Albie, how do you go about understanding kind of where you fit on the totem pole of any group that might be forming from this vote, making sure that, you're not the outermost onion layer that's going to be cut just next?
Right. So like when I feel like I'm not in a group, I make a new group. And that's kind of my thing. And if my new group's in the minority, I'll go down with the minority. I feel like a lot of people are playing safe. A lot of people are think they're making big moves, but I don't think they see the game like I see the game. So I think there's different perspectives and opinions and different ways that people are building their resume. Um, it's a mess. It's really a mess. I don't know what's going on with everyone.
Ned, we've heard that said a lot at Tribal Council this season, playing it safe. What does playing it safe mean in a game like All Stars?
I think playing it safe for a lot of people probably looks like if there's an easy target, sort of taking a shot at what feels like a person who's sort of least connected. So, like, for example, Nina voted with Bobby last round. A safe vote would, for a lot of people, feel like a vote for Nina. And the question is, like, is that everyone's definition of a safe vote? I'm certainly not saying it's going to be Nina tonight. I'm just like explaining with an example.
Okay, Nina, I'll let you jump right in on that. Kind of a public call out from Ned that maybe you were not involved in the vote last time and that you might be a name that everyone is throwing out. Did you feel that out in the strategy session, and did you kind of make it an alternative pitch?
No, I didn't feel that at all. I feel like there definitely was a difference between last one and this one, and the fact that I felt like it did somehow crack the game a little bit. And there's cracks and weird things, and this group is so weird, honestly. It's just it's a weird game,
Okay. Yeah, it's a weird group of people we got here in a good way.
including myself.
Kendall, you're kind of sitting right in the middle of this tribal council. You got people whispering to your left, people whispering to your right. I mean, doesn't seem like you're leaning one way or the other. I mean, do you feel like you're not being involved in these conversations, or are you just trying to be respectful? Or I guess I'm curious why you're not leaning back and forth.
I'm trying to listen. I feel grateful that I have this around my neck right now.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on around me.
Is it? Are these people that you're working with? Are you concerned that you're not being included in these
I'm-
whispers?
Yeah, I'm concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alan, what is so pressing that needs to be discussed at this tribal council? We gave you an hour.
It's clear it's not enough, Cam.
Yeah.
I think all of us we're all confused. I can't even speak. I'm literally at a loss for words. There's a lot of pressing matters, but we know that this needs to come to a head at some point.
Haley, you're ready to vote?
I'm ready to vote. Yeah.
You don't have anything. You don't want to do anything with these whispers.
Nope.
You're
ready to
confident in what you want. Kaylee, do you feel like there's something valuable to saying, I have the plan that I came in with and I'm not trying to change it here?
Better for my sanity. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
There's only so much room on this little stage. Nina, how you feeling?
I'm okay,
Okay.
actually.
Folks on the two ends, Nina and Kaylee are ready to go. Seems like no one else is.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
Danny says, "What is going on?" For those of you that aren't always watching Survivor, this is what we would call a live tribal, where players play musical chairs and whisper secrets or whisper.
Whisper nothings, apparently.
Yeah.
Or game-changing plans. All right.
Guys, we're all just
I'm ready. No, we're ready.
Everyone's back in a seat. Everyone's good to go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to a vote. Nina, we'll start.
Yes.
All right. Let's head on out now. Oh my gosh, y'all, we finally got a live tribal. We've been waiting for one all season. Yeah. They were not kidding. I mean, y'all saw it, but like they've not been kidding about the fact that like up until like the moment that they were being called in, everyone was talking. I got like several late breaking like things after I had already done the original plan. So like these people are nuts and this is so fun. Can't wait to unpack it all in our little tea time spot. Louis says, "Bless you, Alicia, for attempting to explain this." I most certainly will. Y'all don't even know. I used like this is crazy. There's like 3 different colors I used. One is like the initial plans, one is what the plans changed to, and then the third is like what they changed to again. So I got y'all. Bear with me. I'm gonna try my best. Just give me like a few seconds to remember everything in the order that I want to say it, and then we are off to the races for a strong cup of tea. Um, okay, so let's start with Kendall. So Kendall has an immunity necklace, obviously, that she said she's very grateful for. She, this round, was eyeing firming up a final three of the Great Mountain players that are left in the game, which would be Kendall, Ned, and Kaylee. Um, she would like this. She's been working with them. She thinks that she would like a little the Great Mountain moment at the end. And she views Nina as a potentially easy vote this round. Ned is considering that Great Mountain final three seriously, um, but is a little concerned about sitting at the end with Kendall because Kendall, according to him, has the least dirty hands. Like in regard to like the current jury, and so he's worried that perhaps like they would get or she would get their votes over him that has like done them dirty that he feels. So okay, back to Kendall though. Um okay, was that the last? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So oh no, we can't do that yet. Sorry, y'all. This is like okay. All right. I got this, fam. We can do this. This is like expert mode tea right now. Okay. So yeah, so that's Ned. So Ned is feeling himself torn between the Great Mountain Final Three and the people that he's already been working with, which would be Alan and I think and Alicia and I can't remember the other person. But it's fine. We're moving along. So yeah. So speaking of Alan, everyone now knows that Alan has an idol. And so Alan is not afraid to use it if needed. And in fact, this is the reason that Alan is one of the targets. Everyone's very nervous about his idol. So they're thinking maybe they want to get him out, maybe they want to flush it. Um, but you know, again, Alan's gonna kind of listen. Alan was like, I'm just gonna listen in, and if I need to use it, I need to use it. He's concerned about Nina. He feels like she's a huge threat to win and potentially wants her to go. And speaking of winner threats, he also feels like Albie needs to stay in this game along with him and they need to stick together and make it as far as possible because he feels like if Albie was to go, his own like threat level would skyrocket, and he feels like if he was to go, then Albie's level would skyrocket. He also is keeping an eye out for Jazzy because he feels like she has a big winner potential, but he feels like he can take care of that later, and it doesn't have to be dressed immediately at this final tribal council. Speaking of Alan with his idol, um, Alan has now told Kaylee as well as Ned about his fire idol. So they are the only two in, well, I thought they were the only two in the game that knew about it. Perhaps they told other people. I'm not entirely sure. Because that wasn't mentioned. So yeah, let's see. Kaylee is working with, Jesus Christ. Kaylee is working together with Ned, because like to also get Nina out. So like lots of Nina targets, and Ned is really wanting it has been like wanting to target Nina because he wants to build his resume. He's really been concerned with that and wanting to make sure that he has an impressive resume at the end, so he was wanting to drive this Nina vote. However, a lot of other people are driving this vote, and um someone wants to derail that and not let him have this big resume moment, but we will get there in a second. um yeah, Nina has heard that Ned wants to make this big move and vote her out, so she's aware of this plan. Um, sorry, let's see. Okay, did we talk about Kaylee? Okay, yeah, so Kaylee, let's go to Kaylee now, who is working with Ned to get out Nina. Kaylee is also pretending to work with Jazzy for now, but she does want to cut her in the because she feels like she's playing a super like Jazzy is playing a super chaotic game, and it doesn't really like work with Kaylee's like plan for the end. Now, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so speaking of Jazzy, Jazzy was feeling a little like alone this round. She was feeling like no one wanted to make a final five with her. which would be a majority in this group of 9. But however, weirdly, she's made a final 2 with Albie, even though they haven't really been working together at all this game. So I'm not entirely sure like how that came about or like if it's real. Moving over to Albie, he wants to vote Kaylee. So he has completely other different ideas than like the other half of the tribe. He does not like how many connections Kaylee has. He feels like she's way too powerful in this game, way too good with everyone. Um let's see. And he also knows that Ned wants to like build this resume by voting Nina. However, he wants to pull in Jazzy, Nina, Alan, and Alicia to vote Kaylee. Let's see. Okay, there's that. I'm like, I feel like I still have a third of this tea to go. Let's see. So, in other news, we have not talked about. Did we talk about Alicia next? Okay, yeah. Let's talk about Alicia next. So, um, so Alicia wants to target Nina. So Albie is trying to get her to vote Kaylee, but she wants to vote Nina. And she was wanting to sit in the end next to Albie before this round, but now that her and Albie and Ned, who she's been working closely with, she's realizing they all have like different ideas about what they want. And so now she's like, well, do I want to sit with him in the end? Is that a path for me? Like, I'm not really sure. So we will see about that. Now, Taylor is okay, so Taylor is working with, I think Kaylee wants to protect Kaylee and wants to use Nina as a decoy vote and actually go for Albie. So there's also talk of that. And then let's see. What else? Sorry, it's getting dark and I'm like having a hard time seeing along with the fact that like everything is insane. Okay, and so there's Taylor. Now, the latest news that I have heard about oh no, oh my God. Okay, so speaking of Kendall, going back to Kendall, which we started she started out thinking Nina was the easy vote. And then she started talking to Jazzy about splitting a vote between Nina and Alan to flush Alan's idol. Because again, everyone concerned about Alan's idol. It's very, I guess, big, like everyone knows now. I don't know which idol they know about. I don't know if they know about the fire idol or the regular idol. No idea. I would assume, I don't know. However, in the latest news, Kendall was talking to Albie and was talking about this splitting the vote onto, Nina and Alan plan and which would okay. So basically Kendall went to Albie. She's like, hey, we should do this. Like we should do the split vote. We should split it on Alan and Nina. So that way if Alan plays an idol, Nina goes home. But Alan's idol gets flushed, and Kendall is hoping that this will basically invalidate this like big resume building move that Ned is trying to make to instead like take that and be like, well, this was actually my plan and build and add it to her resume instead. So, just a bunch of all-star behavior. And according to this tribal council, who knows if any of that is even going to happen? Because as we saw, it was live and I couldn't hear anything. So I do not know. I do not know what is about to happen. So here we go. But I do find it interesting that so both Ned and Kendall are the ones with the necklaces this round. And they are the two that are most actively trying to get plans together and trying to like be the drivers of this thing. Oh, speaking of drivers, Alicia, I had said earlier she wanted to target Nina, but she wants to start like she's been taking a back seat for a lot of the game and trying to manage her threat level. But she now is now like, okay, in the next few rounds, she wants to start using all of her connections and relationships and kind of cashing in on that currency to try and target the people she wants to and get them out. So she's about to start emerging. So we will see. All right, and heading back in now. All right, with almost perfect timing. How about that?
All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so.
Cam, I'm not feeling really comfortable. Probably not playing this right at all, but I really just want to be safe to the next round. I'm using this on myself.
Okay. Alan, this is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Alan will not count. I'll get to the vote. First vote, Alan. Second vote, Alan, does not count. Third vote, Alan, does not count. Fourth vote, Alan, does not count. Fifth vote, Alan, does not count. Sixth vote, Nina. Seventh vote, Haley. That's one each. Eighth vote, Nina. Ninth vote, Nina. And 10th vote, Nina. That's enough. Please bring your torch. Nina, I'm sorry. The tribe has spoken.
Thank you.
They even admitted
All right. Down to our final 9. Final 8. We will have you walk out this way over to the challenge field, get you set up. Sure, we'll just have you hang out until they pass by.
All right, and our final 8 is heading on over to the challenge field. We will be joining them shortly. So be sure to tune in for this next challenge. As always, I will let y'all know before we go live, and I will see y'all soon.